Welcome everyone to the Jose Alega Show. Today I have an exciting guest. His name is Dave Schell. But before I start, I have to tell you a little bit about this. This is the real story of Taco Tuesday. Probably a lot of people already hear about Taco Tuesday. Has been growing and growing and growing, meaning a lot of people is join to these Taco Tuesday events. And we're gonna talk about which the guy that actually started Taco Tuesday here in Oakland County. How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. How are you, Jose? Good to see you.
Me too. You have been getting a lot of attention. A lot of people talk about Taco Tuesday. And I'm someone that's involved in Oakland County. You see, I go in a lot of different places and I talk to people and I just hear every week about Taco Tuesday. But now even I hear that we have even statewide candidates coming to Taco Tuesday because they realize you growing a big amount of group of people. And that's great. So tell me, how started Taco Tuesday? How started this idea about Taco Tuesday?
Well, it was actually a year ago, almost exactly 1 year ago. Just me and a date went to Taco Tuesday at Shorty's, and they have great tacos for only $2 a piece on Tuesday. So I'm eating tacos, and the DJ's playing a song for only 20 or 30 seconds, and then he stops it and plays another one. And I said, what the heck is going on? I like that song. I want to hear the whole thing. So I went up and talked to him, and he explained that it's a music bingo game where they put the title of songs on a bingo sheet, and then he plays part of the song. And if you have it, you mark it off, and 8 winners a night can win $5 gift certificates. So I'm like, okay, I'm here for tacos anyway. I guess I can try it. And it was fun. So, it's just me and a date. So the next week I invited a couple more friends to go, and they had fun. And then the next week, more friends wanted to go. And next thing I know, last night we got a possible gubernatorial candidate and 45 people showing up.
So basically, you start with a date, then you grow bringing friends because you enjoy that time in, you said Chori's or something like that. It's a restaurant, correct?
Yeah, a restaurant bar. Yeah.
Where is located?
It's right on Dixie Highway near Williams Lake Road, Walton Boulevard intersection.
Water.
Yeah, right across the street almost from Overtime.
Okay, so it start just with a date, then you like it, you invite more friends, and now it grow. But why some people call it as a political group? Why is that?
Well, the thing is, the friends that I first invited, it was after a precinct delegate meeting. And I told the guys, hey, and the meeting was like 5 minutes away from Shorty's. And I said, hey, they got Taco Tuesday, great tacos. And you guys ought to join us. So they did. And, and then the music bingo is so much fun. Everybody sings along to the songs, and, it's just really fun playing the game and trying to win. And my group naturally wins more than anybody because we're the hugest group there. So it's just a lot of fun. And I started inviting those friends, and then they invited some of their friends because they had so much fun, and it just kept growing and growing. And I'm treasurer of the North Oakland Republican Club. I'm a precinct delegate. I'm very involved. I make the political memes, and it's just a lot of my friends and my friends' friends are all Republican.
Sure.
So,
Just actually the question I want to ask you, and excuse me to interrupt you, but
sure.
you said Republican. So I want to ask you, is just for Republicans? Because you said Republican, the North Oakland Republican Club is just for Republicans or liberals, Democrats, communists? It's a political view, or people independent mind, or libertarians are welcome, or just Republican only?
In my group, everyone who's a good person is welcome. Okay. It just happens to be that the vast majority of people that have come are Republican. I have a grand total out of everybody, which is probably over 60 people come when they can. The most we've ever had was 46, and last night was 45, the second most. But even my oldest sister is a Democrat, and she comes. And then I have 2 friends from high school who are Democrats, and they come. But For some reason, everyone else has been a Republican. But you know what
Oh,
else,
okay.
Jose?
Yeah.
Every week I make a new Taco Tuesday music bingo meme, a
Mhm.
brand new one every week, and I send it out Tuesday morning with a reminder to everyone who comes to the group.
Mhm.
And they get a kick out of the meme, and it reminds them, oh yeah, we got Taco Tuesday tonight.
Oh, great. So everybody is welcome. Basically, you don't care about political views. Is Taco Tuesday group a branch of North Oakland Republican Club or is independent activity?
It's totally independent. It has nothing to do with North Oakland Republican Club. It's just my group. It's just people that I invited and have welcomed and have made great friends. Some of these people are like family. I've had several tell me that they've adopted me as their brother.
Just we have a guest. Just we have I want to welcome Troy Coffin, who is also part of the Taco Tuesday night. Troy, how you doing?
Hang on one sec. I gotta.
Sure. Troy, we have been talking about Taco Tuesday, and I know you are a part of Taco Tuesday movement or group, whatever we want to call it tonight. I want to ask you how you like Taco Tuesday. We are actually with the founder of Taco Tuesday here, Dave Schell, which is well known also for the meme.
Give me one second, Jose. I'm dealing with some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, so Jose, Troy was one of the very early
Yeah,
participants in my Taco Tuesday group. Uh, he
great,
was with us, and I said, "Hey, you ought to come check out Taco Tuesday Music Bingo." So he's
great. So
been coming
I
for quite.
sorry to interrupt you, but I want to highlight this. I want to people to know that Dave Shell, besides he's the founder of Taco Tuesday, his memes. He actually create a lot of memes that are nationwide popular, international too. A lot of people I see some of his memes in Peru, in so many other countries, and even Donald Trump, the president of the United States, family members, his son and other members has been shared his memes around the country. And some of the memes are very well known, popular, and come from Dave Shell from Michigan, from Waterford. So tell me about that before I forget. That's a big deal. So who of the Trump family share your last meme?
Well, Eric Trump has shared my memes on True Social, and the really great thing, Donald Trump Jr. has shared my memes 5 times to his 9.1 million followers on Instagram. But what really amazed me recently, maybe 5 months ago, Joe Rogan likes my memes so much that he actually follows me on Instagram to see my memes.
Nice. You're talking about big names, nationwide, no, international. This couple individuals that you just mentioned are well known around the world. That's impressive, Dave. Congratulations and
Well, thank you.
really very
To
impressive.
my knowledge, I can't track all of it, but to my knowledge, my memes have been shared over 24 million times on social media.
So for the
Wow.
people that are watching here, Troy Coffin is here. Let me give a pass to Troy. Troy, so tell us how is Taco Tuesday? How you feel be part of Taco Tuesday? At least talk about the last one. What impressed you the most?
Yeah,
The,
so the last one was last night, and interestingly enough, Kevin Rinke was there. I know he hasn't formally announced yet for governor, but he's considering. I think the best word to use is he's exploring his options, and will most likely at some point be jumping into the race. And so, he went around. He got to talk to different people in the establishment, which I thought was kind of good for him at least to meet common everyday people and go around and meet people from a different social group than the people at Taco Tuesday, the people that you know are the regulars there at Shorty's aren't necessarily the same people who attend all the GOP events. So he kind of, reached out to some new people. So for him, it was a good opportunity, I thought. And for us, the regulars at Shorty's, it was cool to have someone like him show up and, give, uh, you know, and share some of his ideas with the people there.
so I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, you're just talking about. I mean, Kevin Rinke, potential candidate for governor, Michigan governor. You got Dave Schell, who is well known about his memes that goes nationwide, and Troy Coffin. You are well known the Republican Party. I mean, who else well known? Who other political figure goes to Taco Tuesday?
Well, there's a lot of people. We've got Jim Tino, former Oakland County Republican Party chair, and I have other ones. The current chair of the Oakland County Republican Party keeps saying he's going to come when he gets a chance, and the GOGOP president Julie keeps saying she's going to make it one of these times. A lot of people want to come. It's just there's a lot of other things that go on with the 11th district or OCRP sometimes on the same night that conflict, but that's kind of good though, because it keeps our group manageable, because sometimes I have a hard time finding enough seats for everyone.
Well, Dave, it seems like you bring a lot of business to churches. If they pay you something, you make any money? I mean, you make this place famous now. I mean, after this show, probably more people are gonna find out, and I bet you next Tuesday, because it's every Tuesday, you're gonna get more people. So, are you co-owner or are you the owner of charities? Because I just wonder.
I get nothing from Shorties. Jerry, the owner, he's a great guy and a good conservative. He's bought me 2 drinks over time. Bought me 2 drinks, and one thing he's gone out of his way to do for me. Shorties, over St. Patrick's Day weekend, only St. Patrick's Day weekend, they provide shepherd's pie. The best shepherd's pie I've ever had in my life anywhere, and I love shepherd's pie. He has been making me a shepherd's pie every week almost since St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday, just because I asked him to. So that was a nice thing he's doing for me.
And tell us again, for people that are watching tonight and want to know when. Obviously, I assume it's Tuesday, but what time and where is exactly located Taco Tuesday for the people that would like to attend?
Yeah. Shorty's, it's Bar and Grill. It's right on Dixie Highway, near the intersection of Williams Lake Road and Walton Boulevard, which is the same street, but it's just called 2 different things after it hits Dixie Highway. So, and it's almost right across the street from Overtime, which is a great big bar restaurant a lot of people know of. So it's music bingo starts at 7. A lot of my group get there an hour or more early and have dinner and socialize. And the music bingo, we play 2 different games a night. There's 2 different music genres. So we have the first game and then have a break in between and then play the second game. And the whole thing's usually over by 9 o'clock at the latest. However, everyone in the group has become great friends. And so they stick around and socialize, and some of them dance, some of them play darts after. It's just a great, big, friendly community of really good people.
Yeah, people often stick around until like 9:30, 10 at night.
So this is more like a networking for you, Troy, or is more like a political philosophy where you share your political views with other fellow Republicans, independent voters? Or I mean, the reason I'm asking is now you have gubernatorial candidates coming. It's a big deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
to me was like a small group of friends. Now it's becoming a big group that's growing and growing because it didn't decrease, it grow. It's more popular than ever I hear. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like what now?
it started right around this time
Working on.
it started right around this time last year with just a few of us went, and Dave invited us to go play music bingo. We've gotten to know Calvin, the DJ, really well, and every Tuesday night it's a blast. I always have fun, and so I keep going back. I'm not able to make it every week. I have prior commitments here and there, so I'm not going to say I go every week, because I don't go every week, but I try to make it as much as I can. And yeah, I always have a great time when I'm there. It's always a fun time.
It's good to hear that. Now, guys, since I have both of you, Troy, what do you think about Kevin Rinke? You get to know him on Taco Tuesday. What do you think about? Tell me about what you know about Kevin Rinke.
Well, I think right now he's the one that's most relatable with the inner people in the inner party, the grassroots people know who Kevin Rinke is. He ran for governor in 2022, and he came up second place in the Republican primary. And so there's a lot of familiarity of who he is, and he goes to a lot of different things. I'll give him credit for that. He attends the Kasab fundraiser every summer, the Salute Our Warriors event, which will be coming up in July. He always attends that. He always goes to Noric events. He always goes to GoGop. He's been around. He puts his name out there. He goes to all the different stuff. So I'll definitely give him credit for that. He definitely makes himself available to the people to ask him questions, and he always seems to answer questions. I've asked him some challenging questions myself, and he's always been very respectful and answered the questions I have for him. So I don't really have any complaints about the guy. I think he's a pretty stand-up dude.
But you see, he's going to be facing challengers like John James, Mike Cox, and some other people in the Republican primary, which is a great candidates, in my opinion. I mean, each of them have a unique perspective, and they're good people. So that's going to be interesting primary, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, he definitely has an uphill battle. It's not going to be easy for any of those candidates who have announced, even John James. John James has name recognition from unsuccessfully running in 2018 and 2020. He did finally win his congressional race in 2022, and then now in 2024 he won his second congressional term. So he has a little bit of name recognition in Macomb County, but I still think overall, I think John James has lost a lot of momentum, and I think he's a lot more beatable than people realize. I think, especially depending on how much Kevin Rinke decides to spend. One thing people don't realize about the gubernatorial race is a lot of it has to do with who has the most money on hand. And so if Kevin Rinke, has the right donors, or if he has availability for funds, I think he has a great shot as much as anyone else at this point in time. We'll have to see who jumps in the race, because right now it's hard to predict who's going to run and who isn't. I've heard that Perry Johnson may or may not run. I've heard different, rumors, and I don't like to start rumors. I want to just wait and see how everything plays out. But yeah, I think at the present time, I think Kevin Rinke, with all things considered, as of right now, he's got a pretty good shot. Yes.
But what about Mike Cox, former Attorney General?
Yeah, he was well known back in the day. Like you just said, he was our former state attorney general, but he's kind of been out of the limelight for a while. So he's going to really have to reestablish himself, and I'm not sure what his fundraising looks like, but yeah, he's going to have to reestablish himself, but he's got a shot. I mean, obviously he's won a statewide race before, so he knows what it takes to win. So, best of luck to him.
Dave, what do you think about Kevin Rinke? I mean, what do you think are his chances, or what do you know that you can highlight about him?
Well, I've met him several times. He's a very personable guy. He likes to listen to the voters, which is good. That's one thing. His mission last night was to talk to everybody. The owner of Shorty's Jerry and the DJ Calvin, they were nice enough to give him the microphone for a few minutes, and he said, "Hey, I want to hear what your concerns are as Michiganders, and what you think we can work on." And I like that. Now, he's been very involved. He ran last time, and he's come to several of our NORC meetings. He spent a whole afternoon with us at our Freedom Picnic, and it was really hot too. And sat down, talked to everybody. So he's very personable. Anyone who meets him pretty much can't help but like him. Now, the other candidates, they're all great Republicans and have their own resumes that are very good. And I want them to know that they're invited to Taco Tuesday Music Bingo too. Would love to have them stop by. But you talk about if we talk about politics after, during Taco Tuesday. Well, after the meeting, sometimes, when we're socializing, some people bring up certain issues to discuss. But the thing about Taco Tuesday Music Bingo is just, it's fun. It's so fun. Everybody just has a good time, and then we can talk after. And Kevin Rinke had so much fun last night. He told me he's coming back.
Good. So you are extending invitation from all the candidates, John James and everybody else, Mike Cox, everybody, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Now, it's just for governor candidates or everybody. You will extend the invitation for the people running for U.S. Congress, U.S. Senate, state Senate, reps, everybody, are just governors.
Oh, everybody's invited. All we care about is that they're a good person. We had another gentleman there last night that may be running for Secretary of State. You ask who else comes. Tom Bartz. He's the sergeant at arms for GOGOP and OCRP. He generally handles a lot of the security for all the Trump rallies. There's a lot of people who are really involved. Bill Best, he's our delegate captain. He does so much work. We've got the officers of the Grand New Party are there every week. There's just a lot of people that are really involved. And any candidate, look, I'm the treasurer of the North Oakland Republican Club, and as such, I'm not allowed to endorse one Republican over another. We support all of them until someone wins the primary, and then they're the person we support the most. But they're all welcome. Absolutely, they're all welcome to any NORC event. We've got our Memorial Day parade coming up with our big float. July 4th, we've got our Freedom Picnic on also July 26th at Independence Oaks, and everybody's welcome.
Now, what happened if a Democrat candidate wants to come to Taco Tuesday? Is a Democrat candidate invited or no?
As long as they're a good person, okay, then we're happy to have them. Just
Yeah,
like
as long as they have
at NORC,
civil conversation.
just like at NORC, our meetings are open to everyone. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian, everyone's welcome, and they can participate. As long as they're a good person, I got no problem with it.
Yeah, everyone's welcome. Just, we ask that you keep it civil. If you have something to contribute, you want to, bounce off a new idea, then we'd like to hear it. But, just come and keep it civil. Don't come and try to start a fight and try to, because that's not obviously not what we're about. So,
yeah, there's never been any problems whatsoever.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to know. I mean, I just asking about Taco Tuesday. People probably wants to know more about Taco Tuesday. I mean, it's becoming in the last 3 weeks a big boom since coming big names, big profiles. Is Matt Marco ever went to Taco Tuesday?
Matt was there one time. He's awful busy living on the lake and the lake life. He spends as much time as he can out on his boat with his dog, which I can't blame him. It's a beautiful lake, and he's got a beautiful dog.
What about Jim Ronstadt, the new chairman of the Michigan Republican Party?
You know what? Jim is not only chair of the Republican Party, he's also in the Senate, and for years been the most conservative senator in Michigan. He has not come. He knows he's welcome. He knows about it, but he's one busy man.
So what Taco Tuesday can do to make people like Vince Patrick, OCRP chairman, Julie Padwa, GOGOP chairwoman, Matt Marco to go more frequently or make them go one more time? I mean, what you saying, Julie Padwa didn't come, but how you guys can do that? How you have any marketing idea how to bring?
Well, I know Vance and Julie have been wanting to come, and when they get a chance, have promised me they're going to make it. And Matt, like I said, he's busy with he does so much for the North Oakland Republican Club. It's amazing how much he works and how much time he puts in and puts on such great meetings on very current topics. But they know what it is, and they see all the fun that we're having, and they hear from all their friends about it. So they will be there.
So Troy, you're a young Republican, young conservative. Who you would like for Dave to invite? Someone that you would like to see in Taco Tuesday? Any candidate or political figure for you that you wish Dave can invite? Could invite or?
Well, that's the tricky part. Is Dave just kind of leaves it open. I mean, he doesn't hide. He puts on Facebook, posts on Facebook. He sends out invites every week. So pretty much if you want to know more about it, just go on Dave's Facebook page and the information's right there, you know. So I mean, whoever sees it, I mean, I'm open to meeting anyone, seeing anyone, if you're a candidate, whatever else you want to come and present, I'm open to hearing your pitch. Come on by.
And Jose, if anyone wants to see the post on my Facebook page, it's Dave Schell, Schell, and my entire Facebook page is completely public.
Good. So Dave, so I mean, are you inviting candidates or just you put it there and people get aware because you do good at marketing and then people find out and show up? Like somebody like for instance, you don't invite people. I mean candidates. Candidates just find about your event and show up. It's how it is, right?
Exactly. I did not invite Kevin Rinke. He has, Tom Bartz, Michelle Morell, and Barry are all friends of his, and they're the ones that told him about it and how much fun it was, and they're the ones who invited him to come. And of course, I welcome him with open arms.
I see, I see a lot of people driving different parts of Oakland County to come to Taco Tuesday, so must be very fun, and you bring some different ideas about something to do.
We got people coming from Howell and all the way from Southfield.
If I remember correctly, Dave, I think the founding members were you, me, Tyler, and Becky Lemansky.
Becky Lemansky and John Leposki was in there too.
John Leposki. Wow. Now you throwing names now. Wow.
Yeah, John
Leposki. For people who don't know, John Leposki is a conservative Republican member of North Oakland Republican Club and GOGAP. And he's someone that helps a lot of people in many races in Oakland County. And a very nice guy. He's very impressive. John Leposki also goes to your event.
And been on national TV several times behind trumpet rallies.
Good to know. What, Dave, Troy, any final remarks before we end the show tonight?
Hey,
you want to invite more people? Troy, any other comments about Taco Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's every Tuesday at Shorty's in Waterford on Dixie Highway. Like I said, check out Dave Schell's Facebook. Posts all the information. He usually tells you who's gonna, or sometimes even tells you who's going to be there, who's not. But yeah, go on Dave Schell's Facebook page, and if you're interested, like I said, I don't make it every week, but I try to make it as frequently as I can. It's always a blast. It's always a great time. And Kelvin, the DJ, he's a great DJ. It's he always makes the event fun, and I look forward to continuing to go.
Good. Thank you, Troy. Schell, Dave, any final remarks?
Well, hey, everybody's welcome. If you want to just come, have a good time, have great tacos for only $2 a piece. You can't beat it. Really, it's a super cheap, super fun night out with great people. And hey, if you win, every time you win, you get a $5 gift certificate to use too. So it's a lot of fun. And Jose, I know you got that beautiful baby boy keeping you busy, but we'd love to have you join us too.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Well, thank you everyone for watching the Jose Alega show. And please don't forget, if you have time on Tuesdays, to visit Dave Schell and his group of Taco Tuesday every Tuesday at Shorty's, which is a Dixie Highway. And then visit also the Facebook page for Dave Schell. And also his memes on Instagram. They're very nice if you're a conservative, of course. And thank you so much for your time. And don't forget to subscribe on our channel. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Troy. Adios.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Bye-bye.